All right, let's go ahead and take a look at number 27. What is measure angle 1? Measure angle 1 is right here. But first, I want to work with things that are easy for me and some things that I do know so I can apply this for this particular problem. So I have 50 and 50. We know that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180. So I can just do 180 minus 100, which is equal to 80. So this is 80. And notice we have vertical angles here, so this has to be 80. And then, okay, well, I can figure out what measure angle 1 is. This is what we call a linear pair. So what is this supposed to be? Well, if I do 180 minus 80, of course, this is going to be 100. And that makes sense because a linear pair is 180. Okay, and then we have 60 and an 80, and here's measure angle 2. So I can do measure angle 2 plus 60 plus 80 is equal to 180. Again, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180. So if I simplify that, I'm going to be left with measure angle 2 plus, what's 8 plus 6? That's 140, which is equal to 180. If I subtract both sides by 140, that is going to be 40 degrees. So measure angle 2 is 40 degrees. Okay, number 29. What is measure angle 1? Notice that we have this right here is an equilateral. So if it's equilateral, then it's going to be equiangular. Equiangular. So, of course, by looking at our pink sheet, well, they all have the same angles. They all have the congruent angles here. So this has to be 60, this has to be 60, and that has to be 60. So measure angle 1 is 60 degrees, right? And then I need to go ahead and figure out measure angle 2. Notice that with this triangle, it has two congruent sides. So what we have to do is apply the isosceles triangles theorem, which states that if I have two congruent sides, then the angles opposite to those sides are congruent. And notice that we have a 90-degree angle here. So let's call this x and let's call that x. The sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180. So I can do x plus 90, which is equal to 180. So 2x plus 90 equals 180. And 2x equals 90 degrees, and x is equal to 45. So that means that this is 45, and this is also 45. So measure angle 2, which is my x, that is 45 degrees. And that is the review.